kind of rooting for the end of the dynasty thing right here. Right in Oracle, everything gets torn down. I'm kind of rooting for that.
That would be. It feels right.
I like Steph a lot, so it's kind of. I feel like Steph's gonna be like the one lone warrior, and then it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know what I think.
It's gonna be one of those things where Clay is gonna get a max from somebody, and it's gonna be like, well, we just can't match that. They actually Golden State could pay Clay the max, and they might. But if Clay leaves, and then Draymond's gonna get max money, and it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, look, Draymond, this is your best situation, but we're not paying you max. You're not worth max money. And he's gonna go, and he's gonna be mediocre to bad with another team that doesn't know how to use him properly, and then he'll come back when he's over the hill. It's going to be that type of thing.
You need if you're the Warriors, you got to sign all three of those guys to maxes, and then you kind of just have to.
You don't sign Draymond Green to a max.
You can't just let him walk.
If someone pays him a max, then if someone pays Draymond Green a max, then congratulations, you made a bad move.
You're not getting that defense and that. I don't know. You're not getting that leadership from anyone else. That's the guy. That's your Warriors guy. That's your guy. You got to stick with him. I think that's your best chance to keep it going if you get those three guys back. But it does feel like the end of the dynasty, maybe. But I think Game 6. My prediction, it's going to be a Clay Steph night. They're going to go crazy. They're going to combine for like 75 points, 70 points. It's going to be something nuts. They're going to combine for 70. I'm saying it. Combining for 70. Warriors win Game 6. Game 7, anything can happen.
So they combine for 70, and then
Boogie gets 10. Quinn
Cook gets 6. Where did the other 35 come from?
Boogie gets at least 10. Quinn gets 6. That's 16. And then someone else hits a few. Draymond gets 4. Draymond gets like 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there you go. And then people just throw it around a little bit.
Jonas Jerebko gets like 6 points. Kevin Looney gets a couple.
Oh, yeah, and then I forgot about the Jonas Jerebko, like 3 or 4 threes he's going to drop. So, yeah, it's an easy Warriors win. They're going to win by 7. They're going to win by 7 in a game that it feels like everything went perfect for them, but it was still a tighter game than it should have been.
Yeah, here's my thing. Everything went, well, besides the Durant injury, a lot of things went right for them last night.
Yeah, I mean, how many did Clay and Steph combine for last night, actually?
I think Steph had 31.
55.
Clay had like
57. 57. Clay had 26 and Steph had 31.
26 and 31?
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. They shot 50% from 3. They're not doing that again. That's tough to do as a team.
Steph went 5 for 14 from 3. It could be a Steph. It's gonna be a Steph game. Clay might have had his Clay. Nope. I'm sticking with it. Clay is gonna get hot. Steph's gonna have a big game.
I believe they're
gonna combine for 70.
Steph game at this point.
Steph's due for he hasn't had the big Steph game since what? Game 3?
Yeah, that was 2 games ago.
Game 3. He's due. He's
not due.
He's due.
2 games ago, he had 47. He did it all by himself.
He's bringing the MVP game back. It's going to be bananas. He's going to be shooting from the logo. It's a Steph game. Game 6 to the Warriors. Then we'll be having this discussion. Game 7, anything can happen. Toronto's going to be a nightmare. I feel bad for Drake. He's going to have so much anxious energy. He's going to be looking like a 17-year-old girl on prom night over on the sidelines. He's going to probably be sitting there from like the morning he wakes up. He's going to walk into the arena, just sitting there in his seat, just pray into the sixth god.
Yeah.
Praying to himself, praying to the sixth god.
The Canadian national anthem.
Huh?
Did you see him during the Canadian national anthem?
No, what was he doing?
He's like eyes closed, like vibing out, like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh my god, stop it. Like, stop it. What are you doing? You live in LA. Like you live in LA. Like, come on.
Well, I feel like he's like the kid that like grew up in like a town and then he moved somewhere for college and he just went right back to he really tried to defend his roots and now that's what he's doing.
You know what? And it was like, it's kind of similar, and I can't believe I'm comparing myself to this. It's kind of similar to when like I was a Titans fan, but like everyone was, so it wasn't that cool. Yeah. And then you go to Auburn, and then I went to Auburn, and it's like, yeah, I'm a Titans fan. And then I got to defend it because people will come at you. It's that type of thing. It's where like, oh yeah, I'm from Canada, but also everyone is in because we're in Canada. And then he goes to LA and like people are like, oh yeah, Canada, you gonna apologize all the time? He's like, oh, I gotta start fighting for Toronto. Gotta start repping my city now that I'm not there anymore.
How hurt do you think Toronto would be if like Vancouver was still there? They couldn't really reckon the Canadian pride. It'd be like because there's only one Canadian team right now. It would really throw a wrench in this Canadian.
I wish Vancouver was still there.
I'm saying
besides the fact that Memphis now has that team, but
I'm saying it would just really throw a wrench in the Canadian pride thing. Everyone would be just like,
yes, sir.
It's not Canada's team anymore.
Those Vancouver jerseys were sick.
Mm-hmm. They should bring another team to Canada. They should.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3 more.
Winnipeg or what? Ontario or I don't know.
Ottawa, Toronto. No, Ontario's Toronto.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
You go one in like Vancouver. Throw one in
Winnipeg. No one's there.
No, you don't want Winnipeg.
They don't have enough people to field a basketball team.
Calgary, maybe? I don't know.
What's
Calgary? That's my place. Maybe Montreal.
Maybe Montreal. Montreal could do it.
Yeah.
So you add Montreal to the east. What's it called? Seattle Supersonics to the west. There, balance it out.
No, you go Vancouver before Seattle. They're your west team.
No, Seattle. If someone gets a basketball team, it's Seattle.
All right, fine. You throw Seattle and Vancouver, Montreal, and then we have one spot, and it goes to some random city in the east.
If New York gets
another team. Perfect. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
Asheville could have a team.
They could. I don't know if they're big enough in them.
Kentucky. You know what? It really actually could be Kentucky.
Kansas City, maybe.
I think it could be Kentucky somewhere. I don't know if it's Lexington or what, but they just have great basketball because of Coach K and Rupp, and like they got
Coach
basketball
Cal.
in Kentucky.
Coach Cal, yeah.
Not Coach K, Coach Cal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking like Kansas City. You got Kansas. I remember going there for the Sweet 16. There's so many like basketball, college basketball around there. I could see them doing it. You got the Naismith College Basketball Hall of Fame.
Well, you have DC. You have Washington, the Bullets. Because I was gonna say Virginia, but no.
Yeah, it's either Nashville or Kansas City.
Yeah.
I feel like those aren't your best basketball towns by nature. But hey, they could do it.
Nope.
Someone want to do it. Maybe go to Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh man.
That'd be there's no way. They can't even get a G League team there.
Boogie would go to Birmingham.
Isn't he from like Alabama?
Yeah, he almost went to UAB for college, but ended up going to Kentucky because he was like, oh yeah, I can get to the league this way.
Yeah, it was between UAB and Kentucky, but real tough decision. Coach Cal, he gave me a bag, got like $600,000 real quick, and
I mean
UAB gave me like $10,000. I'm like, come on guys, are you kidding me?
You know what? Before we move on from basketball, you know what I want to see Game 6?
What?
Jeremy Lin get like 30. Linsanity comes back again.
30 seconds on the court?
No, 30 points. Like Linsanity.
How is he gonna get? I'm just questioning how he's gonna get 30 points when he can't even get like a minute on the floor.
I don't know how, but I would love to see if like Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Let's see who else has to go down. I mean, like Patrick McCaw. they get banged up, and it's like, oh, Jeremy Lin, he's got to come in, and he just comes in and lights it up.
If Jeremy Lin wins the NBA Finals MVP in one game, steals it from Kawhi.
He scores like 50 to just claw them back to victory.
He beats the Steph and Clay game by himself. All right. There it is. There's our prediction. There it is. That makes way more sense.
That would be the greatest.
And then NBA is like, yeah, we're throwing a team in China. Sorry, Seattle. We screwed that one up.
Yeah,
we got our new team. We got China. We're going to Beijing. It's awesome. Stephon Marbury's on the team. He's the head coach, actually. It's awesome.
And do you know the first team that Jeremy Lin played for?
Who?
Golden State Warriors.
Huh. You know who?
For the Warriors, then the Knicks. So it's like a retribution.
Well, And the Hawks. He played for the Hawks this year, and he actually had a pretty decent season with the Hawks.
Well, I'm saying Warriors, Knicks, he got famous, then Rockets, Lakers, Hornets, Nets, Hawks, Raptors.
He got really famous with the Hawks, so I think that was like where he peaked.
But like come back, and it's like, yeah, one time on the Warriors, like should have kept me.
That would be great. That'd be great. We predicted it. That's what's going to happen. Fred VanVleet's going to get hurt. Kyle Lowry's going to get banged up. Oh, no. They're just going to say, Fred, actually, we misdiagnosed your concussion. You're out. You can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry.
He's going to get a second opinion to sit out, like the opposite of Kevin Looney, who got a second opinion to play. He's like, I really think I have a concussion.
Kyle
I
Lowry.
don't remember anything 10 minutes ago.
Kyle Lowry comes back. He remembers that he used to be fat. He's still a little fat. He cramps up. He has a cramp game.
The 2 days off, it's just too much time off. He's like, I don't know. I spent the whole time at Wendy's. That 4-for-4 deal is incredible.
Nick Nurse is panicking. He's like, do we even have a point guard on the bench? Jeremy Lin stands up, takes off the warm-up.
I got this.
He's not wearing his jersey. He completely forgot his jersey.
He's wearing a Hawks jersey.
I think there was a Raptors game where Jeremy Lin this year forgot like his jersey or did something wrong and grabbed the wrong jersey or something.
He grabbed it was like the black one and they were wearing reds. I don't know.
It was something like that. It was something when he just got there. Anyway, that's our Game 6 prediction. U.S. Women's World Cup, they dominated 12-0. 13-0.
You know what? The thing is, the winner of that group, because they're in the same group as Sweden, and Sweden's generally very good. The reason why they scored 13 is because if they win all their games and then split games with Sweden, so if
they tie with Sweden.
So then it comes down to goal difference. So that 13 might really help them. So that's why they did that.
I feel like a 13 goal differential will win you most groups.
Well, so what if Sweden puts up like 10 on them, you know? And then it's like,
sad.
Oh, shoot. Because like Sweden's going to probably, I don't think Sweden will put up 13. I don't think they'll put up 8. But like I could see them scoring like 5 or 6.
I can't believe it's so mismatched. That's so bad.
Well, it's like it's that Oceania, because I think that's what they're a part of, the Oceania. Those teams are garbage. Like you see all the time. Like Japan will beat one of those teams. Like the men's will beat one of those teams, and it's like 8-0. It's like, how is this? And it's like, it's just what they got. They're working with what they got.
Do you think if we put the U.S. women's national team against Trinidad and Tobago, so the men could have qualified a few years ago, do you think they would have had a better chance?
No.
Yeah, I think they would have, because that U.S. men's team's pathetic. They're getting beaten friendlies. They look terrible. The U.S. men's team is looking terrible right now, Matt.
Yeah, it's true. It's because of whatever that coach was. It Robert Shields or something like that.
I don't know.
Oh, I forget that coach's name. Regardless,
which one? The last coach?
Yeah, the last coach that failed to qualify.
After Klinsmann got fired.
Yeah,
it's I know his name. He was an MLS guy. He used to be an MLS guy. Arenas?
What?
Arenas?
Arenas, yes, Bruce Arenas. Bruce Arenas. Yeah, it's because that guy is terrible. He's awful. He's a terrible coach. He plays for ties. Even when he's the better team, he's like, well, we could also just have a 0-0.
Yeah, U.S. men's team in the toilet right now. And they're going to play in the Gold Cup, and they're going to get embarrassed. They just got embarrassed by Venezuela.
I know. It's just going to be...
And then I think our U20s got embarrassed too, but whatever. U.S. women's, we're really good, though. We're really good. We're just going to stay positive. That's what we're about. We're about staying positive, not talking about how bad our teams are.
That is true.
Anything else you want to say about the World Cup?
That's about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of tournament left. I'm sure we'll talk more about it when the tournament actually gets heated up, when the U.S. has good games. When there's actually a close game to talk about. Game 7.
Only win by 4.
Game 7, Stanley Cup, last thing. How excited are you? Tomorrow night, or tonight, I guess.
Tomorrow night is big.
Wednesday night, yeah, Wednesday night. whenever you're
Oh, is
listening to
it
the
Wednesday?
podcast. Well, today's
Tomorrow night's
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
I'm just saying whenever you
Okay.
listen to the podcast. I'm sorry, I'm confused myself.